Pull them that way. Ah, crap. Some of them. Hey guys, come with me. Really don't want to let this guy into the back of the vehicle. Don't let him into the back of the vehicle. That would be painful. Barrel Prepper's got no damage on him. I can't use this vehicle as a ramming tool to get rid of these things and collect equipment. Because the vehicle up north might not work. And I don't want to wreck this one until I know for sure. I could just bring them down to the acid ants, let the acid ants deal with them. That's what we're going to do. Need to keep getting close enough to make sure they keep following me. Barrel Prepper's fighting an acid ant ahead of me. Feral Prepper's dead. What'd you drop, Mr. Feral Prepper? Nothing. 2 weapons in a purse. Or 3 items in the purse, including, I assume, the weapon he was using. I would love a combat knife. I would really like a combat knife. I think they changed the combat knives, didn't they? They're not as good as they used to be. My understanding. In some fashion. Need to get turned around. Let the zombies die in the acid as much as possible. And try to grab some loot. Oh boy. Pipe mace. Texas Chainsaw Massacre smartphone case, huh? There's some makeshift crowbars that I was looking for earlier. I mean, I'd rather have a real crowbar, but still not seeing anything I care about here. There's a lot of stuff that's hit the ground. Military rucksack, hiking backpack. Leather armor gauntlets. Maybe. Alright, where did that, forget which body. Half-face gas mask. Hmm. Alright, that's the feral prepper right there. A steak knife? Oh, he was using a National Guard bayonet? Really? That kind of sucks. Never mind. I don't think I care about most of the rest of the stuff. Not planning on doing a bow run. Ooh, antibiotics. Again, way down there. Antifungal, even further down there. See, ants, just like fungal, have very important uses. You guys are still alive? Holy crap. Uh-oh, are all my ants dead? I think all my ants are dead. A Molotov cocktail. I thought this was where the... above me. All right, can we get to the car? Ooh, it's drivable. Air filter we can drive with. Expired air filter. So, I drive it out of here now. Do I want it? I kind of want it. I kind of don't. 300 and 500 recharge station. Mounted kitchen and a truck fridge, which I don't usually care about refrigeration, but... Ideally, I want to lead these guys somewhere else. I guess if I go fast enough, I can go through these guys. Lose them before too many of them chase me back home. Gots to have our sunglasses. Love how it looks like we have no front wheels. Alright, now we need to go back and get our electric vehicle. I want both. Timing on that is going to be a little icky. Don't think I'm going to bother pulping all this stuff. Broad spectrum antibiotics, holy crap. That's the good stuff. That doesn't come up often. And a Glock 19 pistol. And a nice Kevlar vest, wow. Guess I am glad I came back over here. Alright, you I will pulp. Ukulele. Ukulele! Headlamp. We're gonna need to pick up some detergent. More zombies coming my way, huh? Ooh, a lot of zombies. Alright, maybe I will smush everything. Getting hard to see where some of the traps are from all the blood. $61 rounds. Go set. I mean, you brought me ammo of an odd type and a magazine, but not the actual gun to fire. I don't think so. Quite a spot to get rid of local zombies. Epinephrine injector. Craft shop, huh? Craft of musical instruments? What are we looking at here? Barrels, peck carriers, ukuleles, screwdriver. Huh. How'd you come up behind me? Uh-oh. Yep, he's gonna go right around. Alright, time to leave. Gonna get hit by rocks. He's not gonna fall into the traps. E. Scott's Book of Cookery. Nah. Well, that was quite the trip. Got a few things we gotta clean up. Got a pretty good wipe of the local territory complete now. We still might get some wandering groups showing up. Alright, and the vehicle's fairly well banged up. We got these quarter panels busted out. Other than that, it's in okay shape. So, I'll probably, for the short term, use the electric vehicle to do some scouting of the local area here. Like we'll go down this road a bit and check out these endpoints, and if we have access to Hamden, or if it's blocked by the forest. We're blocked down this way. And we got a tiny bit of possible wiggle room. Now we're blocked up there too. we're pretty well blocked in. Maybe we can get up to that. But we'll do a little bit of driving around. Actually, while I'm thinking about it, let's go back and grab that SWAT armor using this vehicle. Go grab that. Oh, hi there, local zombie. Feels laggier than I remember. Drive. Skunks. Triffids. That's right. I forgot we're not that far from the Triffid area. Griffids, why you be moving? Police ballistic and the riot armor suit. Yeah, we'll take them both. I think that was the only thing over here I cared about. Another baton. Maybe we need a backup baton. I will cruise back through chat here once I get back to base and catch up on questions and comments. Yeah, it's a very productive day 63. We're still early in the morning, too. It's weird sometimes how slowly time seems to pass. You can get so much done. And then in other circumstances, when you're not crafting and reading and so on, it seems to go really slow. That's the apartment I'm still debating whether I want to abuse. That zombie is still in the area. Alright, come here, zombie. Slightly damaged. Let's fight. Yeah, step in there and get the bleeding. Right on the dinner table. You can keep the lug wrench. Okie doke. We're still hydrated. Keep smashing the butter. Apparently I dropped whatever I was using for my tracker. My phone? Yep. Hmm. 6,000 kcals today, huh? 49% on gross anatomy. Just from smushing regular zombies. I haven't started doing any dissecting yet. We're going to be terrible at dissections to try to get proficiencies for the enemies. Just absolutely terrible. Alright. What next? Actually, let me jump through chat here. Any plans for new stable releases CDDA? Soon. The word is always soon. It's supposedly done with all of the blockers for release. I'm not sure what's holding it up now, but, you know, soon. Let's see. Do I plan to play the new card survival coming out next month? I guess. Depends on how much I play the current one. It was a complete coincidence. Somebody in my Discord pointed me at the game, and it looked interesting, so I checked it out. But yeah, it had nothing to do with the fact they have another version. I mean, it looks like the exact same game, just a different environment. I don't know how much different it's going to be. They're bayonets now? Combat knives or bayonets now? Do I use auto smush? I use almost nothing that says auto in it. If it says auto, I have an example of me dying because of it on my channel. At least once, if not multiple times. Every single auto feature has killed me at least once. And playing on the worlds I do with the characters I do, I can't afford, you know, deaths due to auto stuff happening. So no, I don't auto anything. Save the apartment for later? No, it's a do it or never do it. When I played before, I had a do not go to list. Just my own personal list of locations I would not visit because it was too easy for me to take advantage of them. They were just too good and it made my life too easy. So I had a self-inflicted do not go to list, and apartments were one of them. They're too easy to abuse. So I'm probably going to keep to that. I'll just stay out of the apartment building. There is still power armor. You cannot get it at banks. There is one and one only location where you can get power armor. And even then, it's a super hard place to get to. And you still have to roll the dice on whether it's going to be there per the loot rules and the dice rolls. So... Never played Unstable. What would be the reasons you play Unstable? If you don't play it a lot. You want the same experience for 2 years, I guess. I've always played experimental, even from the first minute I started playing 8-some years ago. But you got to understand a few things if you're going to play on an experimental. As long as you understand those things, it's not really a big deal to play on experimental. And even if you play on experimental, nothing's forcing you to update every single day. I update every single day. Well, every single live stream. Right before I go live, I update. But, you know, I know a few things about the game, so it's not as hard for me to work around any issues that creep in and so on. But, you know, Stable's fine, I guess. I've just never encouraged anybody to use Stable in particular. Fantasy elements and seasons in, plays in a big old forest, and NPCs. I guess the NPCs would be a pretty big thing, and I'm not sure what fantasy elements means. Goblins? Magic items? I don't know. We'll see. I have to decide whether I want to keep playing it. I mean, if I don't play the first one all the way through, I don't think I would jump into the second one. And that's going to be down to you guys. And if you are interested in watching me play Card Survival, then, you know, maybe I'll pick up the next one. We'll see. It's not here yet. Yeah, I mean, bad things can happen in experimental, but I hear so many horror stories from people about their game crashing and they're losing all their progress and so on in experimental. And all I can do is point to like 6,000 hours of cutting edge experimental play on YouTube for anybody to go view and verify, where I have not one single time in 130 plus challenges and literally thousands of hours, not once have I ever had to stop a run because of experimental, because of some issue or error. Yes, I've occasionally on rare circumstances had issues, but I either ignored the issue, debug or menued around it, or whatever. And I think in only 2 or 3 cases did I have to Alt F4 out and reload or anything like that. So the vast majority of times when I was trying to help people with issues, I would find out later after the fact that no, they weren't playing experimental. They were playing experimental with like 800 stupid ass old mods that never got updated. And then it, kept crashing and kept losing their progress and so on. So it was almost invariably, the vast majority of time, not an experimental problem. It was them playing experimental and trying to play mods, which it doesn't really work. I mean, you can't be updating the base game constantly dozens of times every day with experimental updates and expect mods to keep up. So, whatever. But yeah, it does have issues occasionally. But if you stay dialed in even a little bit on the Reddit or Discords, just do a brief check there and see if anybody's crying about some currently broken thing that you think might annoy you too much, and then don't update. Wait a few days. It just usually takes a couple of days before the really big problems get worked out and get corrected or get reverted back if they can't fix it quickly. So, whatever. Okay. But like I said, my perspective is different. All caught up on Chitty Chatty. Yeah, I mean, if you're concerned, it's a very simple fix. Before you go live, or before you start playing, if you're going to update, decide if you're going to update, check Reddit, check Discord, no big problems, great, update. But if you're going to, back up your save folder, takes all of a few seconds to do that, and then know how to back up to an earlier build. If you can do those very basic computer things, backing up a folder, and know how to revert to a previous build, and if you use one of the launchers, that's all of a button click away, you can't really go wrong. I mean, if you load in and something's horribly broken and wrong, then you just quit, copy your backup back into your save folder if you need to, and then revert back to an earlier build that didn't have the problem, and you're off and running again. So, as long as you've got any kind of computer literacy and that much knowledge, no real reason not to be playing the experimental builds. What's the location with the power armor possible spawn? I don't know if I should spoil it. I'm not sure if I should spoil the thing. If people in chat want to tell you, that's one thing, but I forget the percentage. I think it's, even if you do go there, it's like oh God, was it 30%? 17%? Nah, screw it. I'll spoil it. Anybody watching me play Cataclysm, deserves to get spoiled. It's the TCL, the Transcoast Logistics Building. Down in the bowels of the TCL, there is a kind of a military bunker room, and there's a hidden door in there, and inside there, you have a chance for a power armor to show up. So there you go. All right. 1/3. Yeah, that's kind of vaguely what I remember. Okay. But it is not an easy place to get into. Which is great. That's good. I got to think through what we're going to do next. We're doing pretty good on hit points. I've got a fair bit of, food sitting around. We're still not having a great time with our focus. I don't know how long it's going to take me to cold turkey my way out of the caffeine withdrawal. We've only been in the game world for 2 days. I'm going to keep trying to push through and get rid of it, I think. It's not really doing that much to me. It's one of the lighter of the addictions. So we'll keep trying to Iron Man our way through it, I think. I mean, just go search on Reddit. There's going to be people that have already explained it and detailed it and spoiled it in exactitude. And or you can probably find a map somewhere that'll show you exactly which room we're talking about. It's just a big security military bunker room. There's kind of a centralized pillar that you can go down. You can get to it fairly quickly if you know the route and you have some equipment. But it's down where the MFT or whatever it's called is lurking, and so, it's dangerous down there. But there's just a room with lots and lots of military loot, and there's kind of a side room. You just bump into the walls and you'll get in. We don't have hallucinations with caffeine withdrawal, so... But yeah, I hate the whole hallucination system too. Okay, so speed is good, hit points are good, gear has been okay. We haven't taken another tick on our baseball bat, so that's awesome. I have not found another one though. We did pick up the epinephrine auto-injector. Is that loaded or not loaded? Syringe, okay, it is the syringe with epinephrine, doesn't have to be loaded. Alright, so that's good for emergency situations. We got a little bit better painkiller. Plenty of antibiotics, including some broad spectrum antibiotics, which is the real antibiotics. Not that I cannot in memory, even though I've forgotten 90% of my Cataclysm gameplay at this point, but I cannot in memory, I can't remember a time where I got an infection I didn't start the game with. Bites on occasion, sure, but at least in the current game worlds and loot settings, antiseptic and hydrogen peroxide and such is so easily available that it's really hard to get a bite that goes infected if you have any experience with the game. Drawback of caffeine withdrawals, you're sleepy all the time, I guess, but we're also an insomniac heavy sleeper. So what's that do? I'm not really sure how. I mean, sleepy, insomniac, heavy sleeper, and caffeine withdrawal. We got some stacked countervailing forces here. I'm not sure exactly how they're all interacting. So far, we made it till like 1600 on the second day. I think we will end up being sleepy earlier, but, whatever. It's all fine. All right, I got to get back to thinking about longer term. So we're done here. We got all the stuff. Get rid of that note. I would like to jaunt out this way and see what's here, here, and here. Hopefully it's not trailhead, trailhead, trailhead. That would kind of suck. We can do a little bit of Pied Pipering with the vehicles. I don't have the mechanic skill to really fix things up, or the tools, or the welding gear, or anything like that. I beg to differ with you, Arakasi. I'm sorry. Put me into an old lab? Player knowledge beats that lab. I mean, randomization only goes so far. I can still instantly know every single thing I see and every single permutation. So, excessive player knowledge can still beat that kind of stuff. And all it really does is randomize the arrangement. I mean, the rooms are all still the same, and how you approach and deal with them is all still the same. You just, on first visit, don't know exactly which rooms you're going to get. It's always fun to walk down that first set of stairs into the finale room. How many people have done that during their Cataclysm play? That's a pretty short list of players right there. Walk down that first set of stairs, and bam, you're in the finale room. Even for me, I think I've only done it 2 or 3 times. I'm not sure what I'm going to do right now. Little bit of focus. Area's pretty clear. Let's go check our local area. The more knowledge I have, the more I can make decisions on what's important to take care of. We got food, we got hydration, we've got good health. Everything is looking pretty good in that regard. I could just hang out for a few days, burn up our food and water supply, kill the local zombies as they kind of wander in, just waiting to get rid of the addiction. Now this thing is going to run out of energy eventually, and I can't recharge it, so we'll use it. I should probably start gathering up gasoline, though, actually. Yeah, maybe I'll, let's back up a second. I don't remember, did we get jerry cans anywhere? I don't remember, I wouldn't have had space to pick up jerry cans early. Oh yeah, we never went into here either. Nothing in the tool room. Gallon jugs, yes. If I drive the gas vehicle, I can stop and siphon direct vehicle to vehicle. I might have to do that. We'll just mark vehicles that have a decent amount of gas and then take the gas vehicle over and take care of that problem. So, gallon jugs. Yeah, no. Oh, I do have a jerry can right there. Plastic jerry can, that's what, 20 liters? 10 liters. Yeah, good enough. We'll take it. Alright, and a rubber hose. I think for now, I'll just go ahead and leave them in here. So I think it's easier now that the smell got removed? Yes. Removing smell made it easier for the player. I mean, that's fairly obvious. The fact that the bulk of the zombies you're going to encounter can no longer scent track you is a big change in the favor of the player. Now, I don't know if that percentage changes as evolution occurs and the higher stages of zombies might suddenly get smell ability. I don't know yet. But at least in the early game against these default zombies, big difference. And it freaks me out every time I see it. What the hell? It's just a little picnic? Oh, never mind. Campground. So campgrounds usually got vehicles, and it's going to have, unless they change it, it's going to have one ranged weapon of a bow type. Would be a slingshot, but it's also a good place to get vehicles. So had I seen this earlier, we would have come here, and it's got no zombies attached to it. So, you know, a big part of the game is just... Whoops. Hey, never mind. There's a zombie. Usually it doesn't have zombies attached to it. I think that guy wandered in. I don't think he spawned as part of this. What do we got? A coupe with broken security. Everything else looks good. Faulty engine. Gas in the tank and wheels. So, you know, maybe it works. Mend. Yep, another working vehicle. Oh, it's got battery charge. It's got gas in the tank. The only fault on the engine is an air filter. Got the wheels. Got the parts you need in the driver's seat. Got the broken security, so I can hop in and drive this way right now too. So we'll make a note of that. Alright, zombie, get over here. Right on the picnic table. What's the movement cost? 150 and 200. Alright, I'll move to here. How about you? Draining diesel, solid battery, good engine. Broken security. Again, it would drive right up until the tank ran out of gas. But it would be drivable short term. Excuse me? Why are you not showing me that? I have this set to all. Oh, I've got a filter set. Flashlight, fruit leathers, and a cucumber sandwich. Take the battery for the flashlight. See if we can find the bow-related item. Usually inside one of the tents. Bow cable, another rubber hose, another plastic sheet. Toastums! What kind of toastum? Come on, which variety? Usually coated with solid frosting. Sadly, this one is not. Stupid toastums. My last chance? Wow, we got a towel. Did they change the bow thing? Oh, we got one more opportunity. Oh, they must have changed it. Guess they removed the guaranteed drop. All the tents, right? I think so. Yeah, that's all of them. All right. Used to be, there was a guaranteed kind of a bow weapon drop here. You could sometimes get a really high-end bow. Sometimes you get a slingshot. So I either missed it or they took it out. Also where you can sometimes, in the past at least, get a big RV. Park right here. But at least we know there's a working vehicle there. More the merrier. That gives me opportunities for breaking into buildings or playing Pied Piper. Is that the air turbine? This is tower. And we'll find out. Yeah. Just gonna be a rural cabin. Maybe we can get a book or something out of it. Yeah. Rural house. Nah, I didn't turn off vehicle XP. Doesn't seem to be draining my focus. So, the comment is you can actually disable skills in this list. Do we even have driving anymore? We don't even have driving anymore. Did they actually eliminate driving? Am I missing it? On the bottom of the screen? No. I don't see vehicles anymore. Or driving skill. Oh, it's in proficiencies now? Oh, that's right, it is. They made it a general thing. How do you not start with driving? Used to be that... So the reason it was mentioned in chat is that it used to be over in here as a skill. And what would happen is as soon as you started driving a vehicle, your focus would start draining, because focus is a consumed resource that acts as an experience multiplier. So as you do things that are skill-based, this number would drop. So while you're driving, you're constantly increasing your driving skill, and it would cause your focus to tank. And then if you hopped out to do combat or anything else that you want focus, you all of a sudden don't have any. So one of the things we used to do back in the olden times is we would open this menu up, and you can actually press enter to turn off a skill. So it says learning is disabled and it changes color. This way you can focus your focus into particular skill areas that you want to work on. So if you're in combat, for example, and the only thing you care about raising is your general melee combat, and you're using a bashing weapon, you can turn off the bashing weapon, and then the XP you earn while you're melee fighting will go primarily into melee on its own instead of being split. So you can toggle these on and off, and we would turn driving off so it wouldn't drain our focus, because I never cared what my driving skill was. It had some effects in regards to skidding and things like that and going out of control. But once you had a couple of points in it, I never really cared after that, so I would always turn it off. But apparently we can't do that anymore. So, you know. A lot of talking about what we used to be able to do and can't anymore. Not going to be much in here unless they made some pretty radical changes. I think I have the cooking stuff. I'm not going to worry about it. Fruit jam, soy milk, more butter, more bacon. $61 clean water. Not really having a clean... Whoa! Hi there, fat zombie. Not really having a clean water problem. Books. This is what I was hoping to get something useful. Not really caring about much of any of that. Alright, we're out of here. Yeah, focus has been so low because we're sad. We're always sad, which I think is due to our withdrawal. But it definitely would have been going down while I was driving, so I suspected something had changed when I saw it not going down constantly. Alright, let's check the other direction. I think that's... well, I can't tell because of the distance, but... Wind turbine. It says it's calling it a tower, so... Wind turbine, maybe. I'd like to get to the top of one.